Coach, get an opening statement on tonight's win over Drexel.
Shout out to our crowd again. If it seemed like it was sold out if it wasn't, but I'm pretty sure it was. It was sold out. Great. That was awesome. I can't thank everybody enough for coming out and supporting us. They were huge. It's the best fan base in our conference for sure. It ain't even close. And then one of the best in the country. I mean, this is special. I know me and my guys feel very blessed and thankful to be in the position we're in. The game was, I felt like it would happen the way it did. We prepared well this week, really well. We were locked in. We really didn't talk about Drexel much. We made it all about us because it's really, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. We locked in and we poured into our identity in a major way, and we had 2 really good days on the court, moving around, and then Wednesday and then shoot-around was a little lighter. It was more mental days. So we went out, and the first half we competed hard enough, and we made enough shots to stick around, but we didn't lock into the game plan like we needed to. Second half, we regrouped and came out, and we executed our game plan to a T. And when we got up, we had a killer mentality about us, and we finished the game off very strong.
Yeah, I mean, you just said you locked into the game plan, down 1 at halftime, up 23 with 2:18 left. I guess, what does that game plan look like in terms of execution, the things that were really going your way?
Yeah, offensively for us, we knew they were going to be really gap heavy and try to force us to take tough twos, challenge shots in the paint, early threes without touching the paint. And in the first half, we kind of gave into it a little bit. We were taking off balance, weak shots inside the arc, and then our shot selection was poor. And then when we got inside, the big boy was just erasing our shot. We knew he would be down there blocking shots. And then defensively, we knew we had to guard the dribble. We knew they were going to try to drive us and post us with the big boy and post some of their guards. And in the first half, we didn't do that. We didn't handle that well enough. In the second half, I thought we were pretty good at it.
I have to check, but 2 field goals for Williams might be a season low, if not even more. How do you feel you guys did with him tonight, and what do you think kept him from being able to put the ball in a basket like he does routinely?
I don't know the answer to the second part of it, but I know just from playing him the last few years, he has a tendency to have games like that where he just doesn't seem like he wants to be there. He's just kind of walking around, and I don't know what it is. I'm glad we caught him on that night because he's a cheat code. He's dominant. He's the best player in the league for sure. But I thought Kamari did a really good job on him, pushing him off the block. I thought our guards did a really good job digging on the dribble. We took away his easy baskets. So I don't know the reason why he wasn't locked in, but I'm glad that he wasn't.
Obviously, Noah Mard, the first time you guys are up there in Philly, 15-point loss. He plays tonight. He does a good job. I don't know if he's necessarily a 30-point swing, but how important is having him on the court against a guy of that stature?
Yeah, just having another body to throw at him. And Amard, we knew we had to outwork him with motor. And Amard came in. He got some big offensive rebounds. He was setting really good screens and moving all over the court just to try to wear him down. And that's all we needed him to do. But, having another body down there, having another guy that I can throw in the game is great. And he's been doing some really good things for our team.
Coach, in the second half, there was definitely a significant boost in energy, specifically from 10:32 remaining to 3:38 remaining. There was a 19-2 run. I believe 7 different players recorded points during that run. Yeah. Can you just walk me through what your thought process was when the Seahawks were extending the lead?
Yeah, so today, before we went on the court for shoot-around, I showed them the Towson game, the second half, the 12-minute mark. We watched it all the way down to like the 8-minute mark. Second half, they were up big. I think they were up 54-38. And I told them that we would be in that position, and we needed to handle it better than Towson did because it ended up being a 3-point game at the end with Towson. And I just told them when it comes up, let's make sure we are ready for them being in panic mode, them being aggressive, and let's make sure we execute our press breakers. Let's make sure we get great shots. Let's make sure we guard them without fouling. And we did that. And that was a challenge for him to make sure that we tried to continue to build a killer mentality.
Thank you.
First half didn't end great, but it started really well. You guys get up to that 10-2 run, and then for 5+ minutes, you just don't score.
Yeah.
What do you think led to that, and how'd you fix it?
Bad shots. Bad shots led to it. And then for them to close the gap, sometimes when you're not scoring, your defensive energy just goes out the door. And that's what happened. A second unit I put in, they were taking terrible shots. And that's what happened. And that's why we weren't scoring. And then I thought the other group came back in and finished the half off pretty strong. But like I said, the first half, we didn't lock into the game plan. In the second half, we did.
Absolutely. KJ Jenkins, obviously phenomenal. You told us about him preseason, how much you thought of him. Can you just share a little bit about how impressed you were with him?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know our guys, they're really good kids, and he fit right into our culture. Strong in his faith, about the right things, hard worker. He's coachable. He fits right in here. And, his character allows him to go out and play that way. He's talented, but taking hard coaching and making his adjustments. And, he's special. He's an impact guy. I told you guys that from the beginning he would impact our team in a major way. And he's one of the elite shooters in the country. I think that's pretty obvious.
You guys start 2024, 3-game losing streak now. You've won 8 of your last 9. What has it been like just for you to be able to experience the winning that you guys have done and just this stretch where you guys have played really well?
Yeah, as a coach, I really don't get caught up into all of that. We just kind of, we focus in on our days, focus in on having good days. I know that kind of sounds cliche, but I mean that's just how we operate. So I didn't even know we had won 8 of our last 9, but we try to lock into our process, and we're convicted in our process, and we knew that our time would come, and we just put our head down. We kept working. We poured into our process even more, and now we're on the right side of it. Now the challenge is making sure that we stay locked in and continue to do the things that we've done to get us to this point.